Welcome to Championship Scout. We're going to talk about Iowa State's offense versus Arizona State's defense. And what is Arizona State's defense like? They're 4-2-5 defense, meaning 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 in the secondary. So against this defense, what is Iowa State going to have to do? The first thing is they're going to have to know their numbers. How many are in the box and where are they? Which leads to key number 2 is find the free. What I mean by that is that where is the free safety? They move that player everywhere on the field. And then third thing is create space. Arizona State plays a lot of zone. So we're going to look at 3 clips that illustrate those 3 points as to what Iowa State is going to need to do against this Sun Devil defense. The first thing that Iowa State's going to have to do, that first key, is know your numbers. And what do I mean by numbers? Is in the box, which is just outside the tackles and the tight ends, who is all in this position to play run defense. Right now, Arizona State, and what we were talking about with our second key, is find the free. So where's your free safety? And that's going to be a guy who's adding himself to the run block. Now, why is Arizona State going to do this? That 4-2-5 defense, so 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why are they playing so high up is because BYU is running a 2 tight or 2 fullback set, which is going to give them the indication of run. So Arizona State will oftentimes rotate their safeties down and play really, really tight into where they're going to be trying to fit the run. If you know this, what's a bad thing to do? Even if you pull these guys, and which is what they're going to try and pull and kick and pull and lead, there's still not enough bodies to actually get everyone blocked. So no, even if they don't whiff at the top here, there's still 1, 2, 3 unblocked Sun Devils to be able to make this hit. What you need to be able to do in this type of look is you're basically one-on-one with a wide receiver, and whether that's Knoll or Higgins, opportunities like this in a 1st and 10 formation, you are going to be able to get one-on-one. So find the free safety and know your numbers, and don't run into a loaded box like this. So if we know that you shouldn't run into this loaded box, well, let's find what it looks like to actually not run into this loaded box. Again, BYU is coming out with, they've got 2 tight ends, so a heavy formation. Iowa State runs a lot of this. And now you've got find the free, know your numbers, meaning where's your free safety? There's your high safety. Where's my other guys? Right there. So I know that it's not a good run box, but Iowa State's got Jaden Higgins and Jalen Knoll that are going to be one-on-one with somebody on the outside, because this is at best going to be cover 3, meaning there's 1 safety in the middle of the field. The other corner is going to be 1/3. And what that's going to leave is essentially one-on-ones, because this safety is not going to be able to get to either side of the field. So if they're going to run this 8 in the box defense, you are going to have one-on-ones with Jaden Higgins and Jalen Knoll. So what does that look like? It's a play action fake to essentially hold everybody in the box and make sure this safety can't start screaming one way or the other. And that leaves you truly one-on-one. This situation, this safety is in a trail technique, and this cornerback is in a trail technique. This ball is dropped by BYU, but give Jaden Higgins this opportunity or Jalen Knoll this opportunity, and Iowa State's going to be able to come away with it. So does it matter if they come out in this formation? They're telling you, we want you to throw the ball. I don't expect Iowa State to see this often because of how good Iowa State's wideouts are, but if Iowa State gets this look from Arizona State, expect a lot of deep balls for the wide receivers to create space. Now, the last thing that Iowa State's going to have to do, find your free safety and know your numbers. Right now, they've got their 4 defensive linemen, and they've got their 2 linebackers, and then the rest, their 5 secondary players that are operating in this defense. So where's your free safety? My free safety's out of the way. They want to invite you to pass. Well, Arizona State primarily stays in a zone defense, meaning they're going to try and operate with these players holding space that you can't throw into. Well, what's an opening then? It's the area between where these players are. You have to then create that space. Against a defense which is as good as Arizona State is, you can't just rely on getting open. What that means is you have to do a really good job of threatening the secondary or your defensive player if you're the one running your route, but you also have to trust that even insignificant things, this is a tight end that's just going to be leaking out to the side. Now, why is this important? This route concept is just going to be a dig behind by the slot receiver, and then this tight end is just going to leak out late. Well, if you're trying to create space, this linebacker cannot cover both backwards and forwards unless this guy here is lazy. So if you're trying to be a team that beats a zone defense, you can't have selfish players like this guy is doing a good job of holding this linebacker on him, which frees up space. Again, you can see this linebacker sit, which frees up space behind him to clear room for his buddy. So Iowa State, if they're going to beat this Arizona State zone defense, you're going to have to trust that you're in the right spot and your teammates are in the right spot. Another thing that Iowa State has going for them, who is this going to be generally? The slot receiver against his own coverage, that's number 13, Jalen Knoll. This is a good matchup for Iowa State's slot receivers if the rest of the team is doing a good job of being teammates for their stud receivers.